Hello, I'm Ainsley from A Mama with Trauma. And today on this episode, I wanted to talk about a lot of different things. But I am going to just try and pick one and talk about that. And I think the thing I want to talk about for me today is what self-care looks like and why I have chosen to do self-care and what I actually do for self-care. I did want to put a disclaimer out there. I try and put this out on every single one of my episodes that this corner of the web, I have not created it to seek vengeance or harm or anything like that towards the individuals in my life who have harmed me. That is not what this page is for. That is not what I am seeking or trying to create. I am where they are and who they are. That's them, and I accept that. This is for me and me alone to basically communicate outwardly things that I need to hear and see that are not being reflected back for me to really connect with. The way that I've processed trauma, the things I've gone through, how my motherhood has affected my life and played a huge role in helping me understand myself more. That's what this page is for. Also, being able to express some of my emotions in a state that I can see. I have a very difficult time expressing emotions and allowing myself to connect and express emotions. So that's what this page is for. But anyways, so back to my original statement or little nugget was today I wanted to kind of share how what the role of self-care looks like and is for me. Self-care. First of all, it has not been easy to even figure out how to, not even so much how, but if I'm allowed to have self-care. I have struggled significantly, again, because of the trauma, to even recognize that I am allowed to give self-care to myself. I have cared for many others, but to stop sending so much out and to turn that inwards and to care for myself, that it has been a challenge that's taken months for me to learn how to do and to implement it. Yeah, it did. It took a long time to figure that out. I would say my self-care routine really kind of took hold when I became pregnant with my child. Even caring for myself was very low. Like my physical body, it was very low on my level of to do. or importance. I very rarely even register my own being, very rarely registered in my own body. Like, I have that much trauma to navigate through again. So once I became pregnant, I recognized, like, whoa, my body's about to do a lot. And I had like this very innate sense of like, I want to do what I can for the person that I'm about to carry. Like, I believed so innately that my body could carry a child very well. I don't know. It's so weird to say that, but I just really knew that I wanted to do everything in my power and capacity at the time to like care for my body so my body could care for the body that it was going to carry, if that makes sense. So I chose to start and really press into chiropractic care and massage therapy. These two things have really impacted me in ways I didn't even know were going to be so impactful at the time. I just listened to that voice was like, hey, yeah, let's do these things to care for our bodies. So I made decisions to cut things out so I could pay for my massage therapy. Clothing, like just my clothes, anything extra. Like not that there was, I'm not like a really, I mean, this is my room. It's pretty bare. I'm not a over the top type of person. I do splurge on my little earrings and stuff, but I found ways to financially find the money to care for myself in these areas, because I'm like, I'm going to pay for this. I'm going to commit to this. So I started getting adjusted the whole 9 months of my pregnancy. Every week I got adjusted in a massage. And I didn't even recognize or look at this as like, oh, this is enjoyable. I never looked at this. I looked at it as more like, this is just part of your job to carry this child. Had my daughter. Once she was born, I had her adjusted at 3 days old, and she's been getting adjusted ever since. Chiropractic care is something that is very impactful for me. I use my self-care of my therapy, massage, and chiropractic care helps me identify information inside of my body that I don't necessarily get when I'm just living my life. Chiropractic care is like my whole nervous system, and like when my leg goes numb or if I'm dealing something in therapy, I have my left leg will usually start to, I have trauma in my left leg, and that's where it's stored, because trauma is stored in the body and in the muscles. So when I start working on trauma or a specific area of my trauma, that will start to really hurt, and that lets me know, like, hey, you're moving in the right direction. Let's sit and pay attention and listen to what the messages that are going on in my body. Is there anything that I am identifying that I didn't know before? Really listening to that. And that also requires a lot of silence, a lot of stillness, and a lot of a lot of no sound to strengthen that voice to hear. So my nervous, like with getting adjusted in my nervous system, they just kind of like, it all goes hand in hand. I just got a massage today. I guess that's why I'm having this talk, because as I go in and get my massages, I never go in with a mindset and belief like this is relaxing. I always go in with the mindset of like, I am looking forward to listening and recognizing what messages my muscles have to say to me, and allowing whatever emotions come out to come out. So like anguish or pain or whatever, I like allow that to come out in my massage therapy. I built a relationship with my massage therapist to recognize what's going on with me. She and I work well together. She's very I don't know if intuitive is the right word, but she just understands where my approach to my self-care. I'm not here to just have like a relaxing time. I'm here to really do some work. And in that, I guess my self-care tends to be work. And as I'm saying this, I'm like, is self-care work? It is for me. To care for myself is immense work. It does not come naturally to me to care for myself. It's not on it's not my go-to. I struggle significantly with caring for myself because and again, this is of the trauma. Part of me does not believe that I deserve any of that care, any of that love. And again, I recognize that might sound horrible, but when you have been abused and mistreated and neglected for as long as I was, that's just the norm. Like, that's normal. I don't know any other emotion or feeling that feels normal. It's not healthy, but it doesn't feel wrong because I don't know anything else. So yeah, my self-care it's a job, it's a work. I don't always enjoy it, but I do it because I need my body. I need the information that my body needs to release. I want to be connected to my body so I can teach my child how to also be connected to her body, how to do the things that will help you live a better life when you go out into the world and you're an adult and you're stressed out. Trying to live what I'm trying to teach her. So I don't know if any of you can resonate with the difficulty of self-care, or even if you do self-care or not. Again, my self-care predominantly is going to therapy, getting massages, and chiropractic care, and it all is kind of like symbiotic and works together. And once I go to therapy and talk about things and express things out, I notice a shift in my body, and there's usually a release of something and tension somewhere. So then I go and get a massage, and I tell my massage therapist, like, hey, this is hurting, this is hurting, this is hurting. She works on that. I let more of my emotions, or connect more to my emotions, And then after that, I go get adjusted to clean, like make my bones be in the right order and to clear my nervous system. I'm hoping as I progress in my life, because I really do feel like very juvenile in many areas, that as I mature, that I can expand and not feel shame in self-care, and expand it to do many other things. But as of right now, this is the capacity with which I can do what I can handle. And I do have there are plenty of more things that I wish I could do or I want to do, but I also recognize that my abilities versus what I want to do are not at the same level. Like, my abilities are here. What I want to do is like, there's like 500 things, and I have to, in my wisdom, balance that out and find what can be done with my physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, relational abilities. So, just a little bit of on that subject today. Again, I'm Ainsley from A Mama with Trauma. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.